What is up, monsters? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Art Deco Opinions, my review show for all things drag. If you don't know what an Art Deco opinion is, an Art Deco's opinion would be something totally out there, totally crazy. No one else has ever thought of it. Something along the lines of, like, for instance, Nicole Page Brooks should have won All Stars 10. Though I think that one's a little more popular. So, with that, let's get into the video. Let me fix my outfit. This is the same outfit I wore last video because I'm filming them right now because I was supposed to film them, but I forgot. Like last video, I have my notes. Today, we are reviewing not only the promos, but the episode 1 of Dragula Titans season 2. As you know, I'm a big fan of Dragula, and I was like, why not just review this show while we're at it? Might as well start now since it's a new season. Honestly, I said I was going to review the promo, but I'm mostly just going to talk about my favorite and least favorite looks. Because I don't want to go over all of them. I don't want to make this a super long video because I already have to go over season 1 or episode 1. So for my favorite promos, I would have to say that JK, Disasterina, and Loris had my favorite looks. JK, I think, had the best look of the promos. It was just this cute, like, nerd goes to prom vibes. Makeup is amazing. The outfit is amazing. It's glamorous. It's kind of camp. It's a little spooky with the blood. I think there's blood on it. I don't remember. But it's amazing. Disasterina is perfectly Disasterina. She has this, like, weird dress on. Makeup's amazing. I'm so happy she's back. She's such a huge inspiration for me. And I'm so happy to see her back. And then last but not least, Loris. I feel like a lot of people don't enjoy this look, or at least it wasn't one of their favorites, but I loved it. This, like, latexy vibe, like, it was so, like, different than anyone else's promos, but also it just fit the vibe right. And obviously Loris is very well known for her latex work, so I loved it. As for my least favorite promos, I would honestly have to say Cynthia Doll and Priscilla had my least favorite. Cynthia's was not bad by any means. It's just, like, it's not memorable very much. And it's, like, it's a little contrasting with the denim and the neon pink. And I don't know if I enjoy it that much. And then Priscilla's, it's not bad. This one's also not bad. It's just not very memorable to me. Like, it's cute. It's just not like, With that, let's get into the episode. So, I'm going to come out and say it. I hated the entrance format. Season 1 did it so well, with having them come in one by one and having them size each other up. That was amazing. It created the perfect, like, introduction to everybody. It helped start the drama up without it feeling forced. And I think it just overall flowed better than how this episode flowed. My favorite entrance looks were probably JK. I loved it. The "Don't bully me, I'll have a fun time." That one was really good. I think Dahlia had a really good entrance. As for my least favorite, Zava. What the fuck? Oh, I did write down my favorite entrance looks. Oh yeah. JK, amazing entrance look. It was very fun. Jaharia also had, I think Jaharia had my favorite of them all. This, like, neon green, like, I don't even know the vibe, but it was just so good. Like, I'll be honest, when I heard Jaharia was coming back, I was like, Jaharia, like, okay. Like, I don't dislike her. It's just she didn't pop for me on season 6. But this episode really changed my mind on her. And then my final favorite entrance look was Abora. I just loved it. Her makeup's amazing. Her outfit's amazing. And then least favorite, I already said it, but it's Zava. Zava just, it didn't shock me. Didn't surprise me. It's been done before. It's been done better. It's just boring. And that's that. I can't really say anything else about it. It's a towel. I think the entrances, like I said, I didn't like the format. Them all coming into the workroom at the same time and just talking, boring. JK going, and Barry's my girl, that's my friend, and I'm glad I can spot her in a crowd. big girl. That had me laughing. That was great. And then Sigourney saying like, "Oh yeah, Laura screamed in my face," and Laura's like literally like I thought it was just gonna be like Sigourney. No, it was like, "Rah!" That was hilarious. I loved that. I don't know if I can insert a clip, but if I do, I do. I also loved that Dahlia didn't really understand Abora's sarcasm with asking if she's gonna bring anything new. I think Abora was clearly just joking, like being like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything different." Blah blah blah. I don't even want to be here. Like, I feel like that was a joke, but Dahlia did not understand it, and we saw later in the episode she really didn't understand it. Honestly, I didn't really want Abora and Eva to come back because I can already see the writing on the wall that they're really gonna just be like, "Oh yeah, it's Obora and Eva, they're amazing, so they have to go through all the way," and I'm scared that that's gonna happen again. Because if Eva loses again, it's like you've come back 3 times now, and you've almost made finale 3 times or 2 times, and if she does worse than that, then it's like, what was the point of you coming back? But if she like wins, I'm like, yeah, duh, she's been here 3 times now, like what, like for what? And then Abora, I'm a little more accepting of Abora coming back because I'm like, yeah, she flopped last season, mostly because of the drama. So I'm not really mad about it. But also, again, I would have rather seen 2 people that hadn't been back yet, because there's still a lot of artists that I would have loved to see back, or even see again, like Kendra or Yovska or Erica. I would have loved to see come back again. But I mean, I can't really be mad about it. So whatever. I also loved the drama. Well, no, actually I didn't love the drama. I loved some moments in the drama. Like Jade calling Eva Ava, really hilarious. They also said that Sigourney was competition, and like I saw someone talk about like, is Sigourney really competition, because she was in the bottom like a bunch. She only had 1 win. Like compared to other people, like some people were just like better than her. So I don't know if I would consider her the biggest competition in the room, considering Eva's there, and who else is really strong? I guess Eva, and then Dahlia had 3 wins. So I feel like those would be the people I would be like, oh my god, they're here. But like, yeah, that's just my opinion. I still love Sigourney though. I stood like 3 feet away from her when I was in Chicago, but I was too scared to say hi because I don't want to be one of those fans that are like, I know you from TV. The JK versus Cynthia versus Zava fight. Yawning, tired, tacky. I think JK, I think everyone was annoying. Like, I love JK, but like I feel like, yes, everyone was giving their opinions on who they thought was gonna go home first or who they thought was competition. But also like she was JK was just really going in on Zava, and I was like, I mean, like, I guess, but you're really asking to get read. And then Zava actually didn't really read that much. Zava was just like, girl, I don't gaff. I don't care. And then Cynthia jumped in and was like, JK doesn't work. JK doesn't do this. Like, JK's a flop. And then they were fighting, and I was like, I don't really want to see another season where JK and Cynthia fight. Like, I think that's tacky at this point. Like, I feel like just get over it. But my favorite part was, like, someone being like, you bought this from Amazon, JK. And Cynthia turning to JK and going, you called it another order? That was hilarious. I didn't like the fighting. JK and Cynthia, it just felt nasty. Like everything they said just felt nasty. And I get it, it's Dragula, but I prefer seeing the art over the fights. I don't want drama, I want drag. I wish they would include more scenes of them making the costumes or explaining how they do the costumes instead of the pointless fighting, because it just feels like, sorry, I have the hiccups. It feels like they're trying to replicate certain other shows. Next up, Vander comes into the workroom, and everyone's like, oh my god, is Vander competing? And then Vander's like, got you, flop. If I competed, y'all would lose again. Vander comes in and basically introduces that they are the extra sister for this season, which I'm really excited for, because I think the season 1 monsters, like even the winner Vander, don't get enough love. So I'm happy to see Vander come back. Vander introduces a twist this episode where they have to pull pins from a doll, and whoever gets the red pin gets a special power to put someone up for extermination. And Dahlia picks the pin. I feel like Dahlia also got one of these in the last season too. The key, yeah. Dahlia had this too. And so Dahlia's just lucky, I guess, because Dahlia keeps getting this stuff. she basically says, I'm going for the strongest competition, which I think is smart. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'll probably pick Eva, which I would have done too. Girl, why wouldn't I? Just pick Eva. Like, I don't care who's in the room. Pick Eva. Eva's so good at drag and Dragula. Pick Eva. It's not hard. So next we get to the challenge. So the teams are Disasterina, Loris, Abora, and Frankie. We have Sigourney, Zava, and Sigourney, Zava, and Eva on a team. We have Jade, Priscilla, and Dahlia on a team. And we have JK, Cynthia, Barry. I just wrote Barry, but Blackberry and Jaharia on a team. Out of all these teams, I'd want to either be on Team Abora or Team JK. Like, those teams, they have some of my favorite people on them, and I think they're just amazing. So let's get into the looks. We have Sigourney. She is a demon or a devil. And I think this is fine. If I'm gonna be honest, this didn't gag me at all. It's a blue dress, and very pretty blue dress, and then red body paint and a wig. It's fine, but it feels more like I have something in my closet, and then I'm gonna paint myself red and be a demon. Like, it just didn't feel like very specific to the challenge, as a lot of other people look. Like, she could have worn this for anything. This could have been her entrance. This could have been her promo. It's not really hyper specific to the challenge, so I didn't really care for it, but it's not bad. We have JK, who's a werewolf. I really liked it. I love the hot pink, a very different take on a werewolf. It was fun. It was cute. The prosthetics were good. It's not like anything groundbreaking, but it's cute. We have Disasterina as the sorceress. I loved this look. This was one of my favorite looks of the night. As you know, I'm a maximalist, so I love seeing so many colors, patterns, textures together, and she knows exactly how to do maximalism in a way that's not terrible, unless it's by choice. But this was amazing. I loved it. The scale, everything it looked exactly like what she was trying to dress as. Like, I loved it. We have Priscilla as another werewolf. I liked that her take was different than the other two werewolves. She did like a more classy werewolf where it was just her face, and then she kind of had a normal outfit, which, like, on one hand I think is cute because it gives more like, oh, it's Halloween, I'm not a werewolf, I'm just dressing up as a werewolf. But I wish she would have had more references to the werewolf side, because she could have had like fur here, she could have had more like, she could have had claws or whatever. But it wasn't bad by any means. It was really good. It was a really good look. Loris as the skeleton. She said it was a reference to some of the Boulay stuff. I think it was really amazing. Like, her costume work is so good. Like, I think she's really underrated when it comes to her costuming. Like, she's one of the greatest designers from Dragula. And I feel like she's just getting underrated. Also, I haven't mentioned yet, but throughout this entire episode, I loved Loris. Loris is one of my favorite artists from Dragula, and I feel like it's really underrated compared to like how good they are. And especially this season, like, they have been so funny. The confessionals have been amazing. The moments have been amazing. I loved it. Love her. Cynthia as a vampire. I loved the costume. The costume was amazing. I believe it was made by Q. The costume was really good. I don't know what she was thinking with this makeup, though. She looks crazy in this makeup, and I haven't seen anybody talk about it. I do not like the way she did her makeup. I think her normal makeup would have been fine for this. I'm sure she was just trying to, like, be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be a vampire, so I should probably not just do my signature mug. I just don't like the way she did it. I didn't like the contouring. I didn't like the eye shape. I didn't like anything about it. It just, like, it made her look worse. But, like, the look is good, but the face is not good. And I mean, I'm not very good at makeup either, so if y'all want to critique my makeup, go for it. I do my makeup for fun, not for perfection. But I just didn't like it. But the outfit was good, and she performed well. Abora was a scarecrow, and I liked it. Abora's drag is very hodgepodge in a positive way, and I think that showed perfectly in this look. I didn't love it compared to some other looks, but it wasn't bad by any means. I loved her face, and the, like, neck up was amazing, and then the shoes were so funny. I'm pretty sure they just looked like sneakers that were extended, but I lived for it. I just didn't live for the outfit itself, but it was really good. Blackberry was a mummy, and I have to say, I think this is one of my favorite looks as well. She looked amazing, and then the wig opening up and her pulling out something from the wig. Are you kidding me? Like, that was incredible. And I loved it so much. She did so good in this challenge and in the look. I love it. I keep looking down because I have notes just to remember what I'm trying to say. Next we have Frankie Doom, who was another werewolf, 3 out of 3 werewolves. And I have to say, she looked hot as hell in this. Frankie's very hot, and then she had her ass out. Are you kidding me? I'm really not beating the furry allegations, but at this point I can't beat them. She looked hot, um, with her ass out. So what can I say? She did good in the challenge. Not really the best, but not the worst. And I love the outfit. Jaharia was a spider. Again, another amazing, amazing look. Did not like the fact that she just had like pumps on and then her feet were out and they weren't black. Like with the pants. So that annoyed me. But this was one of her best looks ever. And her lip syncing was amazing. Her makeup was amazing. I loved it. Everything she did this episode was amazing. We had Jade, who was a witch. Oh, Jade. I wish you looked better. It was a fine outfit. Nothing crazy. Did not like the gloves at all. Gloves did not look great. Didn't like that some parts were unpainted, but I love Jade. And she didn't know her words in the lip sync. Damn. Dahlia was the purple people eater. I couldn't figure it out at first, but I kind of assumed that's what it was. Because she's like the one-eyed, one-eared, horned purple people eater or something. I don't remember the full thing, but yeah, she's that. I liked it. Do I think it was Halloween house party? Not particularly. It felt too much for house party. Like when I think house party, I think of like costume, but not like garment. But it was still good. A little crazy, but it was good. Eva was the Grim Reaper, and I liked it. It was good. It was like overall it was very good look, but it just didn't scream like my favorite to me. Like she didn't look bad. It wasn't bad at all. It's just not like the look that I cared for the most. And then last but least, is Zava, who was a ghost or something. The mask was giving Granny from the game. And the outfit was giving like I'm about to perform at the bar. Like I'm about to cat boom at the bar. And so I didn't really get the vibe. Like Halloween house party, yeah, I feel like it gives the vibe. But if she was trying to like be like someone that dressed up as a ghost, I feel like the Saint way, like the way Saint did it, was probably the best direction to go. So I wish she did something like that or something funny where she like put the sheet over her. But like, it was just like it didn't work. It wasn't a ghost. I'm sorry, that was not a ghost. That was something. That was Miss Bob. That was Edna Mode's corpse. I don't know what it was. It was so bad. I'm sorry. Like it was a good outfit and a good mask, but for this challenge, it was so bad. Jaharia was amazing this episode. Like everything she did, she was funny in the confessionals. She was amazing in the challenge on the runway. Everything she did, honestly, was great. Dahlia, I haven't seen her out of drag in a while. Lord, she is so beautiful. I believe she's trans now. Like I think she transitioned after her season. She's so beautiful. Um, my one really big problem was the drinking storyline that was happening this episode, where it was Dahlia saying that they were like Zava, Jade, and Priscilla were drinking a lot, and then Priscilla being like, "We had a shot." I don't know who was telling the truth, and I don't know who was lying, but I didn't really enjoy like the whole story, just because like I have my own issues with alcohol and stuff, and I didn't like that she was just using that as like the point that she was like, yeah, they're gonna fuck up because they've been drinking and stuff, and they've just been drinking so much and blah blah blah. It felt really gross to me, like that was a major storyline, and then that was like one of the reasons, like the main reason she was upset with her team. um what else? As for the placements, I think the format was really good. Like it was cool. The only issue is that I don't think it worked for the season because everyone was just like, I'm gonna vote the heaviest hitter. And it just kind of like it ended up saving who I thought was the real bottom two. To put 4 people in the bottom that didn't deserve it. And then we're back again at the twist where Dolly gets to choose someone to put up for extermination, and she chooses Abora to go up, which I think was almost the right choice. She was like, yeah, she said she's not bringing anything new, and I'm like, I'm like, so you're choosing her over Eva, who's probably like one of the best Dragula contestants of all time. Like, okay, not what I would have chose. Um, and then overall, I think Cynthia, the moment where Cynthia gets voted in, and she's sobbing, looking directly at the camera, and she's like, "What?" Oh my god, Cynthia, I love you so much, and I don't want to like laugh at your pain, but that was the funniest thing that's ever happened on TV ever. Like, I couldn't tell if I'm sure it was 100% real to her, but it felt so produced. But it was so funny. And then I also love that Dahlia got gagged because she was like, yeah, y'all been drinking, and I think we're gonna fuck up. And then like, by the way, your team members are voting on who's the bottom, and she was attacking both Priscilla and Jade. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna put you in the bottom. Now what? Loser. One of the funniest moments of the episode as well is Loris being the first person to vote and being like, I'm voting this person because I can't vote myself because I think I should prove myself in the extermination. And then her team didn't even put her up for extermination. Like, that was so funny to me, and I feel like no one's talking about that. Like, girl, if I was on the team, I would have voted her so quickly because I was like, yeah, she said she wants to go for extermination. That's better than choosing someone and making them mad at me. She said she wants to prove herself. Let her prove herself. But I'm glad she didn't go up for extermination because I don't know if she would have survived. And then Sigourney got saved after the whole discussion where she was like, "Yeah, they can't send me home this early because the fans would attack them, basically." And people were like being like, "Oh my god, that's like the worst thing anyone's ever said." Oh my god. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't care. Like, if she said that, okay. Like, whatever. Like, she also didn't even get favored this episode at all, so I don't know why they were like they were like scared that something was gonna happen. But she did get saved for the bottom, which made sense because out of the bottom four, she was the one that I think least deserved the bottom. She was only put up there because she was strong competition. She wasn't put up there because she did bad. The people that were voted in the bottom were Frankie, Cynthia, um, Dahlia, and Sigourney. Were all voted in the bottom. Literally none of them deserved it, in my opinion. They were told to vote the weakest on their team, and I think out of anyone, Cynthia was the only one that was actually the weakest on their team. So, well, Frankie might have been the weakest, but I like that team. I just think like this whole thing where they had to vote in teams, like I get it, but also like it's not really the format I like because I think some teams did good overall, and then there were certain people that did bad. But it's whatever. This extermination challenge was a recreation of the season 5 one where they had to hike up a mountain and then bungee jump in the dark. But this time they were dressed up as witches for whatever reason. And Cynthia lost her hat in a river, and that was really funny. She's like, my fucking hat! Ah! That was funny. But overall, I liked the episode. I didn't like the drama. I didn't like the placements. Eva won. I didn't agree with it. I don't think she won in my eyes because she didn't really stand out to me. She had a good look. She did good in the challenge, but she wasn't a standout. For me personally, I think the best people in the challenge were Blackberry and Jaharia. I think either one could have won. If we're going off like everything that happened, I think it would have been Blackberry. So my personal placements were win either Blackberry or Jaharia. Either one of those people could have won, and I would have been like, yep, those are my winners. High, I think Eva and Abora, they both deserved high. They did good this challenge, even if Abora was in the bottom. Oh, yeah, I didn't say Abora got put in the bottom. So, yeah. Then low, I would have put Cynthia and Frankie. I think just Cynthia not lip-syncing some parts and then not having the best makeup. And then Frankie just didn't stand out, like, in terms of, like, everything going on in the challenge, but she wasn't bad. And then bottom two, I would have put La Zavaleta and Jade Jolie. Jade literally didn't know the words, so why was she not bottom? And then Zava, like she did good in the challenge, but what was her look? She was the Abora of the season because she was dressed up as question mark. And then this episode left off on a cliffhanger. We don't know who got exterminated. But if I'm to guess, it's probably going to be Frankie. Not that I want it to be Frankie, but I mean, everyone else in the bottom like has a storyline. Abora just came back, and she was only put in the bottom because she had the twist put on her, so she's not gonna go home. Dahlia has too much drama in the workroom already. I don't think they're gonna send her home because she didn't even deserve the bottom. Cynthia's not gonna go home because she's great TV. Like, why would they send home their best TV person? So I think Frankie's gonna go home because she's been pretty quiet, and she, out of the bottom four, she was the lower of them. So I think she's gonna go home, which I'm really upset about because I want the season one artist to go far, but it's just what I see. Like, I don't see anything else happening. It's not what I want though. Overall, it was a cute episode. I think the problem was the twists and like the gags, and then the drama. The drama just felt icky to me again, and the twists basically just saved the bottom two from being the bottom two, because no one was like, I'm gonna vote the weakest. So with that being said, oh my god, I'm tired. That is my video on Dragula Titan season 2, episode 1. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. If you didn't enjoy it, oh well, I'm gonna move on with my day. So thank you for watching this far, and I can't wait to do this next week. This is probably gonna get posted when the second episode airs, and then I'll film that as soon as it does air, or because I want to do it weekly and not like be behind, but we're gonna see what happens. So with that, peace and love. Have a great day, stay alive, and be transgender.